Hey everyone, ever notice how you pick up habits from the people around you? It's like a subtle magic that happens without you even realizing it. Like maybe you start saying literally all the time because your coworker does. Or perhaps you find yourself mimicking someone's unique way of speaking or their quirky catchphrases. Or maybe you learned a faster way to do a task just by watching someone else. It's amazing how much we can absorb just by being observant. Turns out there's a whole scientific theory about this. It's called social learning theory, and it explains how we learn from each other in social contexts. It's called social learning theory, and it's not just some academic jargon. It's a concept that has real, practical applications in our everyday lives. It's actually a powerful tool you can use to improve your workplace. By understanding and leveraging this theory, you can foster a more collaborative and efficient work environment. In this essay, we'll break down what social learning theory is and how it works. We'll explore its key principles and how they can be applied in various settings. Then we'll look at some real world examples of how it plays out in the office. From team projects to everyday interactions, you'll see how this theory is at work all around you. Get ready to see your workplace in a whole new light. You'll start to notice the subtle ways in which learning and influence happen every day. Ready to unlock the secrets of learning from each other? Let's go. Together, we'll discover how to harness the power of social learning theory to create a more dynamic and supportive workplace. So, social learning theory, what's the deal? It's a fascinating concept that has revolutionized the way we understand human behavior and learning. Basically, it says that we learn by watching other people. This means that our behaviors, attitudes, and even emotional reactions can be shaped by observing others. Sounds simple, right? But it's way more than just copying what we see. It's about understanding the underlying processes that influence how we learn from our environment. This theory was developed by a psychologist named Albert Bandura, who was a pioneer in the field of social psychology. He did this famous experiment with kids and a Bobo doll. This experiment became a cornerstone in understanding social learning. Basically, kids who saw adults being aggressive towards the doll were more likely to be aggressive themselves. This demonstrated the powerful impact of observational learning. But here's the thing, the kids didn't just copy the adults' exact actions, they added their own twists and variations. They came up with their own ways to be aggressive too. This showed that learning is not just about imitation, but also about innovation and creativity. Bandura showed that we don't just passively absorb information, we engage with it, interpret it, and make it our own. We actively process it, think about it, and apply it to our own lives. This cognitive aspect of learning is crucial, and a big part of that learning happens through observation and interaction. By watching others, we gain insights and develop skills that we can use in various situations. Social learning theory has real life applications in education, therapy, and even in understanding media influence. It's a powerful tool for understanding human behavior. Okay, so we learn by watching others. It's a fundamental part of human nature. But what does that have to do with your job, you might wonder? Well, think about it. How did you learn the ropes when you first started? Did you dive into a manual or did you observe your colleagues? Chances are you watched your colleagues, right? You saw how they interacted with the boss, how they managed their tasks, and even how they dressed for success. You paid close attention to these details consciously or subconsciously and started to mimic them. This kind of observational learning happens all the time at work, whether we realize it or not. It's a continuous process. A new employee might pick up the company culture by observing how their co-workers better behave, how they communicate, and how they handle stress. A team might learn a new software program faster by watching a demonstration than by reading a manual. Visual learning can be incredibly effective. The workplace is like a giant social experiment in learning. Crazy, right? Every interaction, every observation contributes to our professional growth. Section 4, level up your team. Social learning in action. Here's the cool part, we can actually use social learning theory to our advantage. Want to improve teamwork? Encourage collaboration and knowledge sharing? Want to boost employee skills? Implement mentorship programs or peer to peer training. Let's say you want your team to get better at customer service. Instead of just giving them a boring manual, have them shadow a top performing employee. They'll learn firsthand how to handle difficult situations, build rapport with customers, and resolve issues effectively. By understanding how social learning works, we can create a more supportive and effective learning environment. Section 5. Join the conversation. Keep the learning going. So, there you have it, social learning theory. It's not just a theory, it's happening all around us. By understanding how it works, we can unlock a powerful tool for growth and development in the workplace. What are your thoughts on social learning theory? Have you seen it play out in your own workplace? Share your experiences in the comments below. And hey, if you want to learn even more about this stuff, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We're always exploring new ideas and ruining everything you thought you knew.